I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a bitch, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Detroit!
A first down throw from Mayfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken around the 12. And once more, give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short. They go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
The 1-8er, 380.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 47 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Mayfield now from the 50. On the move to his left. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. To throw, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit!
2nd down, Mayfield. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's the backup Smith. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, Rocket!
Rivers now on 2nd down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw on the crossing route. Complete. That's Williams. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Desmond King making the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it. Oh, wide open, complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on third down for the Browns. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he pulls over him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Slow.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Smith. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A first down throw here for Rivers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Under. Check. Presto.
Now Smith. Rolling to his right. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Smith. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect it.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Smith. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Joey Bosa able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second down, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on second down. Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So now on comes the Browns offense as they'll try for 2 more. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Ready. Delta.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads and start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Smith now to throw, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give them a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Returnable here for Davis. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? No legal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
On first down, Smith steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep back into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Ready, block 15.
A toss play, Gordon stays on his feet. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
180. Buffalo wall.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it to football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Rivers to throw this time. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Returnable here for Davis. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gino on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Smith. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been terrific so far. Gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Browns getting set to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.